About 12 degrees north of the equator, this Central American country, about half the size of Florida, contains two major lakes upon the western coasts of which a chain of volcanoes borders. It's bordered on the east and west by two different oceans. Sobre 12 grados norte del Ecuador, este país de Centroamérica, casi la mitad del tamaño de Florida, tiene dos lagos mayores, bordeado por muchos volcanes. El país es bordeado por dos océanos en el oriente y el occidente, el Atlántico y el Pacífico. Hola, me llamo Trey y yo estoy en el grupo E de la clase de español de señorita Hoff. Y bienvenidos a Nicaragua, el tierra de los lagos y los volcanes. The largest country in Central America, Nicaragua is only bordered by two countries, Honduras in the north and Costa Rica in the south. It is separated from El Salvador by a small gulf called the Gulf of Francesca. The geographic center of Central America is attributed to being 116 miles northeast of Lake Managua. El país más grande de Centroamérica, Nicaragua es para ser confinado por dos países, Honduras en el norte y Costa Rica en el sur. Es apartado de El Salvador por un golfo pequeño, se llama el Golfo de Francesca. El centro geográfico de Centroamérica es 116 millas norte-oriente del lago de Managua. Nicaragua has many volcanoes, most of which are active. The highest point is San Cristobal volcano, at 5,725 feet, or 1,745 meters tall. The deepest underwater point in Lake Nicaragua is 85 feet, or 25.9 meters down. Out of 19 volcanoes, 14 are active, and most recent eruptions both happened in 2015, from the Telica and Momotombo volcanoes. More on those later. Nicaragua tiene muchos volcanes. La mayoría de ellos están activos. El punto más alto está en San Cristobal Volcán, a 5.725 pies, o 1.745 metros alto. El punto más bajo está en el lago Nicaragua, a 85 pies, o 25.9 metros bajo. De 19 volcanes, 14 volcanes son activos y las erupciones más recientes han sido en 2015, los Telica y Momotombo volcanes erupcionados. Yo hablé sobre ellos más tarde. The capital of Nicaragua, Managua, is located between the two Nicaraguan lakes, which are popular tourism spots because of their wild beauty. Additionally, the volcanoes of Nicaragua are all near, and in some cases in, the lakes. San Cristobal is the volcano furthest north in Nicaragua, and below that, a volcano that recently erupted, Telica. Momotombo, the other recent eruption, is between Telica and Lake Managua. Masaya and Concepcion are volcanoes in Lake Nicaragua. La capital de Nicaragua, Managua, es situado entre los dos lagos nicaraguenses. Ellos son puntos turísticos populares porque ellos son muy hermosos. Los volcanes de Nicaragua son próximos o en los lagos. San Cristobal es el volcán más lejos norte de Nicaragua y bajo él, un volcán de erupción reciente, Telica. El otro erupción reciente, Momotombo, es entre Telica y el lago de Managua. Los volcanes Masaya y Concepcion son en el lago de Nicaragua. The Nicaraguan flag was first adopted in 1908, but the adoption was not made official until August 27, 1971. It consists of a horizontal blue tribunal across the top and bottom of the flag, with the Nicaraguan national coat of arms in the center. The coat of arms contains several symbols. The equilateral triangle perimeter represents equality, the rainbow in the sky represents peace, and the Phrygian cap below the rainbow represents freedom. La bandera de Nicaragua fue adaptado a 1908, pero el adaptado no fue oficial hecha hasta que 27 de agosto 1971. Él tiene unos tribulanes horizontales azules en el arriba y el abajo. Al centro hay el escudo de armas nicaragüense. El escudo de armas tiene algunos símbolos. El perímetro del triángulo equilátero representa igualdad, el arco iris representa paz y el gorro frigio representa libertad. Nicaragua is a tropical country and has two seasons, dry and rainy. During the rainy season, farmers grow and sell crops like coffee, cotton, sugar, and bananas, as well as tobacco, beans, rice, corn, and squash, which they consume domestically. Being surrounded on two sides by ocean, one of Nicaragua's most common exports is seafood. Nicaragua está un país del trópico y tiene dos temporadas, la temporada seca y la temporada lluviosa. Durante la temporada lluviosa, los agricultores cultivan y venden los cultivos como café, algodón, azúcar y plátanos. Tabaco, frijoles, arroz, maíz y calabaza son cultivados para los agricultores y están consumidas en el país. Porque Nicaragua es confinado en dos lados para el océano, Nicaragua exporta muchos mariscos. Additionally, they export a lot of bovine meat and dairy products. They import a lot of crude and refined petroleum, electronics, and packaged medications. Their currency, the Nicaraguan Cordoba, is shown on screen, and the conversion rate to US dollars is 1 Cordoba equals 0.036 US dollars. Nicaragua exporta muchos carnes de las vacas y productos lácteos. Nicaragua importa petróleo crudo y petróleo refinado, electrónicos y medicamentos envasados. La moneda de Nicaragua está el Cordoba de Nicaragua y el símbolo del Cordoba es en la pantalla. La tasa de conversión a USD está 1 Cordoba de Nicaragua es igual 36 milésimas USD. According to a recent census, about 6.08 million people live in Nicaragua, with an average population density of about 50 people per square kilometer, and becomes most dense around the capital. De acuerdo a un censo reciente, sobre 6 y 8 centésimas millones de personas viven en Nicaragua, con una densidad media de población de sobre 50 personas per kilómetro cuadrado, y esta más densidad en el capital de Nicaragua. In Nicaragua, there are many popular and delicious foods. However, two recipes stand out to me: Indio Viejo and nacatamales. Indio Viejo is a stew-like dish containing meat, corn, and vegetables. It is often served with rice or bananas. Nacatamales are a larger version of the Mexican tamales, steamed corn cakes, and are filled with meat, vegetables, and steamed banana leaves. It is a special meal reserved for Sunday mornings, Christmas, and weddings. En Nicaragua hay muchas comidas populares y deliciosos. Sin embargo, dos recetas destacan para mí: Indio Viejo y nacatamales. Indio Viejo está un plato de guiso similar y tiene la carne, maíz y vegetales. A menudo se sirve con arroz o plátanos. Nacatamales están unas versiones más grandes de los tamales mexicanos, unas tortas de maíces al vapores, y son llenan con la carne, vegetales y están empeñadas en las hojas de plátanos. Es una comida especial reservada para el mañana de domingo, Navidad y bodas. A strong explosion occurred on the 3rd of January 2016 at 4:22 a.m. local time at Momotombo, covering much of the summit cone with incandescent ejecta. The lava flow effusion and continuous strombolian activity had stopped in early December, followed by only high-temperature degassing, sporadic minor explosions, and the growth of what might have been a small lava dome. A more intense phase of activity seems to have started yesterday. Early on the 2nd of January, small ash emissions occurred, followed by more, still weak explosions in the early afternoon of yesterday. The strong explosion this morning might have involved a small pyroclastic flow on the northeast side of the volcano, reaching about 1.5 to 2 kilometers in length. Whether or not this activity is a sign of a new batch of magma arriving at the vent, and leading up to more intense activity to come, or a result of more superficial processes, e.g. surface pressure released beneath the recently emplaced lava occupying the summit, is unclear. No damages were reported to have occurred from the explosion. After its powerful explosion on the 22nd of November 2015, Telica volcano has mainly been calm, but weaker sporadic ash emissions resumed during the past days. It is still thought that the activity is only caused by overpressurized fluids in the upper conduit and doesn't involve new magma, but comparing with the past episodes of explosive activity in May and September this year, it is almost likely that new, potentially strong, and very dangerous explosions, in particular if you climb the volcano, could follow in the near future with little or no warning. Credito a quien credito merece.